Hey guys, so this is kind of out of nowhere, I guess, because I don't have a regular censored. I don't have a regular uploading schedule for YouTube. So I guess my videos are just always going to come out at weird times for no particular reason. But today I've been planning this for a few months actually, but today I just wanted to do a little my life philosophy type video. Today I am turning 20 years old. It is my birthday on the day that you see that this is uploaded. I don't know if you're watching it on my birthday, but today I'm 20 and I just wanted to do a little 20 things I learned in 20 years video. I know that a lot of people do this type of thing when it's their birthday. They do, this number of things that I learned. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be editing this just like my past couple of videos because I am lazy and I am not a content creator. But this is just what we're doing. So without further ado, these are 20 things that I have learned in my 20 years of life. So the first thing, I'm just going to read off of my little notes app. My first thing, this is also my 1 year anniversary. My 1 year anniversary of being with Cindy. I adopted her exactly 1 year ago today. But anyway, number one, you will not be fulfilled once you get what you want. You will not be fulfilled once you get what you desire, whether it's the man, the job, the career, the woman, whatever it is. It's not going to fulfill you. You can only ever be fulfilled with pure gratitude for what has been given to you by God. And this is not going to be a religious video. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm very Catholic, but that's not the premise of this video, so you don't have to, run away and click off at the mention of Jesus Christ or anything, but, there's little sprinkles here and there, but, but, yeah, you will only ever be fulfilled in this life with gratitude for what you have. That's it. When you accomplish those goals that you're trying so hard to achieve, and when you finally get there, it's not going to be this eureka moment, this moment in your life where, okay, finally everything's okay. No. You will only be truly happy being grateful for what you have now. That's it. Life is too short for that, for chasing goals that you think are going to complete you. It's not. So the second thing I have, number 2, we cannot and should not always be comfortable. You have to get acquainted with discomfort and pain. Some of these are not going to have explanations. Some of these I'm just going to say and you're going to have to take it how it is. But yeah, you're not always going to be comfortable and you can't always expect to be comfortable. Things are going to be painful in this life. Big whoop. You can't do anything about it. You're going to have to accept that, and you're going to have to expect moments of great distress. That's just part of the human experience, and you have to make peace with that, or else you're just going to be miserable for the rest of your life. Why do you want to be comfortable anyway? I feel like that, I suppose there might be some sort of evolutionary aspect to that, the need for comfort. But I feel like when we are slaves to comfort and convenience, we kind of get nothing done. I feel like life is so empty and life becomes a void when all you want to experience is things that you want or things that you like. That's just not how it works. And you have to get comfortable with discomfort. That's it. Number 3, mindset is everything. By the way, if I keep looking over here, that's just my window. I love looking at the outside. Anyway, mindset is everything. Your perspective changes everything. If you go around living your life thinking that life is just pointless and meaningless and there's no purpose for you here and you're just here to breathe and then one day you die and that's it. That life is so much more than that, honestly. I think that might be another point of mine, but life is way too, I'm not gonna get super like philosophical, and not all of these are super deep or anything, but I just want to share these little tidbits of lessons that I've learned over the years, and I'm still learning. Obviously, I'm only 20, but yeah, mindset is everything. If you go into something thinking that it's gonna be so difficult and you're gonna suffer, and that's exactly what you're gonna go through. And yes, you're gonna suffer in life, but you shouldn't always go into everything. Like, for example, you can't go into a super daunting exam or a super daunting task from work, whatever, thinking that it's the worst thing. You're going to be so miserable going, like, you're not. If you can't tell, I'm not very good at articulating my thoughts, but you have to at least try to go into things with a positive mindset, even if things are going to be hard, which they are. They are. Things are going to be hard. Okay. It's either you go cry about it or go out and do something about it. Accomplish, complete your tasks, accomplish your goals, but you need to live life with a positive mindset, because if not, everything is going to go to crap. It just is. Number 4. This is kind of related to what I just said, but pessimism kills. It really does. I'm no scientist, but I feel like there is literature on people who are terminally ill and they, like I was saying, have a positive mindset, or they just have hope. Honestly, they have hope for a good outcome, whether the good outcome is that they die or, whatever. If you have hope, if you don't have hope, you have nothing, first of all. If you have no hope, you have nothing. Hope is everything. Faith is everything. And I feel like there's some sort of research. I couldn't cite anything for you right now, but I feel like I've seen somewhere that people who are terminally ill and they aren't like constantly thinking life is over at that point, they get better. Some of them get better. Of course, not everyone. We need to die at some point, right? A lot of people die, but there might be, you could look into it, there's evidence of positive mindsets honestly saving lives. And whether it is the positive mindset itself, honestly, the placebo effect is everything, which is why I said mindset is everything. But yeah, pessimism kills. Pessimism kills. And positivity and love and kindness, etc., it's a breeding ground for longevity, for goodness, for health, etc. So I would say optimism is the way to go. For me personally, I like to be optimistic. Number 5. The real purpose of exercise and nutrition is longevity. It is not aesthetics. I understand that everyone, like, when I'm on social media and I see a video of a girl, of an influencer, and I look at the comments and girls are like, oh, what's your workout routine? Because they want to look like her, or a lot of people get into fitness to look a certain way. That's all great. That's all dandy and whatnot for a moment. But first of all, that can consume you. And second, we as a society need to realize that working out, exercising, even if it's just walking is even if it's just the shortest workout ever. And eating nutritiously and eating healthy, it's about living longer. It's about living life the best way you possibly can. Even if you don't live to 100 like people in blue zones, if you eat healthy, drink enough water, sleep enough, exercise enough, have healthy interpersonal relationships, have faith in God, you will live a happier life. Oh, what? Let's just ignore that happened. Anyway, I wonder if that showed up in the video. Whatever. I'm not going to watch this back. I'm just going to upload immediately after. Anyway, number 6. Your interpersonal relationships cannot reach their full potential if you can't even reach your own. Get your life together before you start messing up other people's lives. You need to, whether it's going to therapy, whether it's self-reflection, whether it's religiosity, whether it's something that's going to improve who you are as a person, you should dedicate some of your time to being a better person, because if not, you're just going to start spreading your hate and spreading your unkindness and spreading your disease of a mentality to other people. We all affect each other in the tiniest little ways. Every single word that comes out of your mouth that you say to someone else, it affects people more than you think that it does. And this statement kind of contradicts a different point that I'm going to bring up later, but I digress. We need to work on ourselves before we try to improve other people. Period. We just need to. Don't go around ruining people's lives. Number 7, investing in the way you look will open doors. Sorry. We live in a superficial society. We live in a godless society. We live in a shallow society. And this is kind of pessimistic. See, this is what I mean. Like, some of my points contradict each other, but they don't. Like, if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. That's it. We live in a lawless, superficial, godless society, and you have to learn the rules of the game, or else you should probably just sit this one out. You should probably just sit this out if you're not going to learn the rules of the game and play accordingly. Life is not fair. If it was fair, I promised that I wasn't going to make this video religious, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But if it was fair, we would all be suffering. We would all be, none of us are good people. None of us are perfect people. None of us are, you better be glad that life is unfair. But yeah, investing in the way you look in a superficial society, you're gonna get opportunities. And that isn't shallow, that's not vain. Of course, now if you make your whole life about looking good and looking this way and that way and spending thousands of dollars and this and that, it gets to a little bit too much sometimes. But I don't really know what else to say. Like, if you look like a bum going into a job interview, for example, I don't care what your personality is like, they're not going to hire you. They're not. Or an admissions, like a university interview. Or whatever. First impression is heavy. So get your looks together a little bit. Like, clean up. I know I'm not wearing makeup and my hair is currently drying from the shower, but get yourself together. Like, at least I'm clean. At least I just showered, right? Number 8, turning to Christ is the only way out. I'm not gonna elaborate because I told you that this wasn't gonna be a religious video. But yeah, number 8, Christ is the only way. Sorry. Number 9. How you feel is nobody's responsibility but your own. You cannot control anyone outside yourself. So I know I just said that what you say affects others. Of course. Be conscious of that. But this is more about you. This one's more about you as a person. You cannot go through life being offended by everything everyone says. That's why you're miserable. That is why you're miserable. That is why you're crying yourself to sleep every night. That's why you think the world is horrible. That's why you think you're being mistreated and you're marginalized and this and that and you're oppressed and all the, oh, I'm a victim. This is like, these days there's, the Victim Olympics is just going crazy for the past 10 years, 5 to 10 years, honestly. It's been insane. That's all I really have to say about that, honestly. How you feel is not, it's your responsibility. That doesn't mean you can go around and start, saying horrible things about other people. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. Trust. It's more effective than you think. Number 10. You just choose not to. Whatever you are not changing, you are choosing. Do I have to elaborate on this? Do I have to? You can, let me just repeat it. You just choose not to. So, if you're sitting in your room and you just feel horrible about, let me just throw anything out there, your weight, you can change your weight. You just choose not to. And that's okay. But you have to take accountability. You have to. You have to. You cannot go through life thinking that you are not responsible for anything that happens. You're responsible of some things. Largely, things are out of your control and you have to make peace with things. But, for example, if you're crying about how fat you are, or even how skinny you are and you want to gain weight, or how fat you are and you want to lose weight, whatever, that's just an example. You can do something about that. You just choose not to. What you are not changing, you are choosing. Get that through your mind. Get that through your mind. You can do a lot more than you think you can. Trust me. Trust me. Number 11. You must set yourself aside from the world or you will be consumed by darkness. I don't want to be super morbid. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. It's fine. If you don't get it, that's fine. But you have to, if you live like the rest of the world does, you will never be set aside. You will never be exalted one day. You will never be exalted. You will never reach your highest potential if you try to be like everyone else. And that's why because I'm religious, you don't necessarily have to, if you're not religious, if you don't care about any of that. But this is why I live according to the Word of God. I used to not, literally just 2 months ago. I used to not, but Christ changed my life. And I live by the Word of God now. I'm not trying to live like everyone else. I'm not trying to. Because that's just not the way, in my humble opinion. But if you don't think that, that's fine. Either way, even if you're not religious, if you just try to fit in and you're never trying to stand out, you're never trying to be unique, you're never trying to be authentic in a healthy way, what is life really about? What is it about? You're not special. And nobody's special anyway, even if you stand out. But what's the point of trying to be like the rest of the flock, Number 12, you are human and imperfect, but you can and must still be able to master your flesh. All of these things I wrote by myself, by the way. I don't want to hear any allegations saying that I got this from someone else. There is one quote, though, that I got from a book that I will just, that's at the end. But anyway, you must be able to master your flesh. You're never going to be perfect, but if you're a slave to your desires, if you're a slave to your habits, if you're a slave to everything unhealthy, everything just kind of meh that you engage in, again, what is life about? You have to keep asking yourself this question. What is the point of all this? What is the purpose of all of this? Why am I here? Search your heart. Search your heart and you will find the answer. Trust me, you will find the answer. Start engaging in healthy habits. Stop sitting around doom scrolling for hours on end. Take out your phone right now. Take out your phone right now. Open the settings app and check your screen time. Say it out loud. Look in the mirror and say it out loud. Do it. I don't know why you're sitting here. I don't know why you're just sitting here watching the video. Do it right now. Pause the video. Go to your nearest mirror. Grab your phone. Open your, where is it? Screen time. Boom. This is iPhone, but I'm sure Samsung is similar. Mine's a little bit high right now. Yes, I'm ashamed. 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's kind of a lot for me. That's actually a bit much. If yours is more than that, get it together. Stop being a slave to your bad habits. Get it together. Number 13. Nervous system regulation is an essential skill, especially as an adult. A lot of people experience, a lot more people than I thought, actually. As the older I get, the more I realize that a lot of people experience really messed up things in their childhood, and they just carry that through the rest of their life. And their reactions to things that happen to them or around them, it really reflects what they went through. Not to go all psychology major on you guys, which, by the way, I just graduated. Woo! But you have to learn how to regulate your nervous system, because if you go around just like lashing out at people and just having these super unhealthy reactions, which a lot of people don't even realize how unhealthy their coping mechanisms are. But that's why self-analysis, self-reflection is really important. But yeah, as an adult, I think, this is my opinion, and you can research this, it's a lot more, it's kind of hard to rewire your brain, but it's also not. It's not, because once you get into the habit of regulating your nervous system and adjusting your mindset, I guess, life just gets a lot better. It just does. Number 14, you will receive more of what you entertain. Are you always gossiping about people? Do you really think that they're not gossiping about you? Because they are. They are. They're talking really bad about you, actually, as we speak. As you're watching this video right now, they are talking. The same people that you're going to and talking bad about other people to, they are doing the same thing about you. Trust me. A 1,000% guaranteed. I almost want to bet my life on that right now. Your best friend who you trust so much that you tell her everything or him everything about everyone, they also have someone that they're going to about you. I'm sorry to break it to you. So if you're entertaining gossip, you're going to receive that exact thing. If you're entertaining hate, you're going to receive that exact thing. Ask and you shall receive. You know the quote. Ask and you shall receive. If you're inflicting emotional pain, for example, on other people, what are you going to get? That's why you're miserable. That's why you're miserable. Because you're spreading all this disease. Get it together. I suppose that's kind of that's kind of the main thing in this video is get it together. But yeah, you will receive more of what you entertain. Stop it. Stop. So if you're doom scrolling, first of all, you're gonna receive more and more reels, more and more TikToks, more and more videos. You are a slave to your phone. That's why your screen time is so high. And I don't mean to be mean. I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to I got snapped out of it. I'm still trying to, snap myself out of it a little bit. But because I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to snap you out of it too. It's not funny anymore. Really, you're too old for this. You're way too old for this. Get it together. Again. Number 15, you are way too valuable of a soul. I'm not even going to elaborate on that. You are way too important of a soul to let yourself just go. You're too important. And that's not to feed anyone's ego. But those who needed to hear that, you are important and you are valuable. And people love you. People do. Trust. Number 16. You will never know pure... This is so, I'm trying to... It's kind of a tough love kind of thing. You won't know pure happiness and pure joy if you have never known pure suffering. If you don't open yourself up to, like I was talking about earlier, difficult situations, uncomfortable, painful situations, unwanted, undesirable scenarios, you won't know the other side of it. You won't know how happy you can get if you don't know how sad you can get, Life is a balance. Number 17, nothing online is real. Only what is in front of you is. I love saying this to people. It really is not even this video is real. I'm not real. I'm not in front of your face telling you this. You probably don't know me. Well, you likely know me, but if you're my family or friends or acquaintances. But nothing online is real. Nothing. None of it. Even if it is, it's not. It's not. What is real is the sunscreen that I have right now. What is real is these glasses. What is real is my Holy Bible, which, oh my gosh, I don't have any of my jewelry on. None of the TikToks that you're always watching. None of the self-help books. Well, no, my bad. None of the self-help videos like this one that you watch, always trying to figure out what's wrong and how to change your life instead of just getting up and doing it, right? None of that is real. None of the movies that you watch are real. None of the friends that you think you have that you only speak to on the phone are real. It's only the friends that you spend time with, actually, that are real. This was kind of a tough lesson for me to learn, but I lived alone when I was at uni, and I thought that I had, certain friends. Turns out I don't, because once I graduated, poof, they're all gone, right? And that's not everyone, but I rarely spent time with people, face to face, sitting down with them, hanging out, because I was so antisocial. I was just, tired of it, and I wanted to come home. And that's a decision that I made, by the way. I don't really regret it. But some people do. The only real friends that you have are the ones that are right in front of your face. Not the ones that you text. Not the ones that you share reels with or memes. Only what is in front of you is real. Nothing online is real. Nothing. If your life is online, your life is not real. You don't have a life. Go out and do things in the world. That's real. Make a difference. I feel like those I don't know if you guys will remember, but on Disney Channel they would have like random motivational videos sometimes in between episodes of shows. That's what I feel like right now, in a corny way. Sorry. And number 18. Did this break? This is my Apple Watch. Number 18. Not everyone is going to understand, and that's okay. In fact, most people won't understand. Just like this video. A lot of people aren't even... Oh my gosh, what's wrong? Most people, honestly, that first clicked on this video are probably not even watching it right now. And that's okay. I've made peace with that. I'm fine with that. Whoever needs to listen, whoever needs to hear certain things will hear them. I have faith that that's what's happening right now. If you're still watching this video. But not everyone's going to understand what you're going through. Not everyone's going to understand the kind of life that you live. Not everyone's going to understand why you do things a certain way. That's okay. Most people won't. We're all so similar and so exactly the same, yet endlessly different, endlessly, infinitively unique. It's so weird. It's so odd. What a paradox. But, yeah. Number 19. That which comes cannot be avoided. This is my favorite quote from the book trilogy called The Arc of a Scythe, written by Neil Shusterman. That which comes cannot be avoided. It's so profound. And it kind of relates, sort of, to some of the other things I have said in this video. You can't avoid what must happen. What are you going to do about it? Sit and cry or get through it and come out stronger? And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Number 20. Every tongue shall confess that Christ is Lord. That's all I have to say. Bye. That was my 20 lessons that I learned in 20 years. I've learned a lot more, obviously. But, yeah. Every tongue shall confess that Christ is Lord. Christ is King. Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Period.